feel today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? And don't do that. And don't do that.
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yap, 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 yap. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yap, 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 yap. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You ought to make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? And don't do that. And don't do that. It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, this game is not over. We are right here on the lunch break powered by JM&E, and I'm already messing up. Still got my virtual background from Queen 3 and King podcast last night. Just like that, we can change that. And again, glad to be back with you on Winning Wednesday. Y'all know we are right around the corner from the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Give you a chance to win $50 cash for 18 weeks. And if you are in the top 6 at the end of week 18, you'll have a chance to compete for $500 cash. So get ready, get ready, get ready. September the 7th is when it starts. Erica with a K, you getting back in. Donna Holman, you haven't been in on this yet. Let's see what's going on. Keith Hennick, where you at? Chi-Town, Big Time Floyd, Big Mike, Emmanuel, Al High, King Doc, man, I got to tell you, when I say that name now, it has a whole different meaning for me. Oh, my God. If y'all haven't seen Queen 3 and King podcast from last night, man, it went deep. It went deep. It was emotional, talking about what happens when people write you off. When people write you off, what happens when people give up on you? How do you treat them now? How did you treat them then? And I got to tell you, man, I was already family, but they embraced me and wrapped their arms around me last night, and I really appreciate it. You have no idea what those folks mean to me. So, yeah, it's time. It's time. It's game time, and it's time to get ready for the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. I've got some sponsors that are going to put up the $50 every week, and then at the end of the year, they will put up the $500 cash. So y'all be sure and stand by for that. All right, so yesterday was cut down day in the NFL. They had to have it done by 3 o'clock Central. And, man, some really big surprises, like New England cutting all of their quarterbacks except for Mac Jones. Yeah. First of all, it's some kind of money move because they're going to bring back Zappy. They're going to bring him back without question. They're going to bring him back. But, you know, again, Bill Belichick plays games with the salary cap and with the rosters that other teams don't play. So them cutting all of their quarterbacks, I guess they want to see if anybody's interested in Zappy or anybody's interested in Cunningham. You know, hey, we'll see. If not, I believe they're going to bring one of them back and put them they got to bring one of them back and make them the backup quarterback. And I think the other one will go to the practice squad, the scout team. So I'm thinking Zappy's going to come back and be a backup for Mac Jones. Now, if Mac Jones is on one of those trips where, I don't want to be looking over my shoulder at him, then you know what? I can't say what I want to say. I can't say what I want to say. I cannot. But Malik Cunningham has definitely earned the right to be on somebody's roster. He played extremely well this offseason, preseason, and I think he is going to be on somebody's roster. So that's going to happen. And they got to bring somebody back to be the backup. Mac Jones ain't no Iron Man. I'm not even sure if he's a really good NFL quarterback just yet. I know he's got a whole lot of attitude. I know that. Some folks call it moxie. Some folks call it leadership. I don't. That's, the stuff he pulled last year was very rookie. And I know there's a lot of coaches and GMs that are glad they didn't take a chance on that guy. So we'll see what they'll do there. Now, Donna, you're right. Billy, Billie O'Brien is the offensive coordinator of New England. So we already know how this is going to go. Donna Coleman-Holman says, say it, AJ. Say it. Just find the right words. Nah, I can't say it. I wanted to, but I couldn't get it. All right, so the other surprise for me, local, is that the Texans are going to go with 3 quarterbacks on their roster. They kept, of course, C.J. Stroud. He's going to be their starter week 1. They also kept Davis Mills. And they're keeping Case Keenum. Interesting. I guess it kind of makes sense. You don't know how CJ is going to play. You don't know if he's going to stay healthy. What I would have done, and clearly I'm not Nick Caserio. I'm definitely not Nick Caserio. I say that for a lot of reasons. I would have cut Davis Mills. I'd have cut him. Watched the waiver wire for Malik Cunningham, somebody like that, Zappy, and brought them in on the practice squad and went with Case Keenum and C.J. Stroud. That's what I would have done. You already know what you're going to get out of Davis Mills. Davis Mills is not going to all of a sudden, become Patrick Mahomes. He's not going to all of a sudden wake up and become Patrick Mahomes. He's just not. So let him go ball somewhere else. You tried it, it didn't work. Here, let me tell you something. Here's the difference between the 3 quarterbacks on the Texans roster, including Case Keenum, who Donna Coleman-Holman respectively said is 55 years old. I know Case Keenum, real talk. He's 206. He's 206 years old, but that's just between me and him. All right, I know him. So anyway, C.J. Stroud has been a winner on every level of his football playing life. Little league, middle school, high school, college, and I believe he's going to carry that over to the pro. I believe it's the it factor. Case Keenum has been a winner on every level of his life. Little league, middle school, high school, college, and he's had some winning success in the pros. Excuse me. I can't say the same for Davis Mills. I can't. You can't either. Look at his record at Stanford. Where was that winning attitude, leadership, ability there? I believe the Texans got what they paid for with Davis Mills when they went all in on him. You had Tyrod Taylor. Granted, he got hurt. You had to play somebody. But when Tyrod got healthy, he should have been put back in because Davis Mills was not the answer. And I believe that decision came from up top. Lovie Smith didn't make that decision to stick with Davis Mills. Did not. I'm sorry, not Lovie because he was gone by then. My guy before that, I forgot who the head coach was before that. He didn't make the decision to go back to a winning quarterback. He had to go with that dude, Davis Mills. And what did that do for him? What did that do for them? You know what you're going to get out of Davis Mills, mediocrity. If you want to be a mediocrity organization, then keep Davis Mills on your roster. Soon as CJ doesn't play well, go with him and you'll be right where you want to be. But if you want something different, if you want to possibly take that next step and compete, at least in the division, you know, back when Billy, Billie O'Brien, was here, it was all about the district trophy. It wasn't about the state trophy, state championship. It was about the district trophy. Long as he won the division, everybody was happy. Cal McNair got up there. Oh, he's won four out of 6 division titles, and then you end up firing the man like he was a cheap $3 the next year. Yeah, I said it. I spelled it right with my chest. Billie O'Brien. Got no respect for that joke, and I know he's a hothead, so I hope he run up on me. He gonna hit me in my face. I'm gonna let him hit me in my face. I'm gonna knock his tail out, and then I'm gonna lay down on the ground like he killed me because he hit me first. And then I'll own the IE on the end of his name. I'm thrown off today. I'm on one today. I was all in my feelings last night. I'm on one today. So anyway, David Culley. Thank you, Donna Coleman-Holman. You know David Culley did not make the decision to bench Tyrod Taylor. You know he did not. That came from up above. Remember, Jack, I love the Lord. I'm a Republican Christian. Easterby was still with the organization then. So the three amigos, Casario, Easterby, and Cal McNair made that decision. That was not a David Culley decision. So no. That dude has not won on every level, Davis Mills. Has not. And if you got a new culture, if you got a new winning attitude in the building, you can't do it with that dude right there. You got to give it to CJ Stroud and let that man be who he's been everywhere that he's been. It's going to take him some time to ramp up. He didn't come to Ohio State setting it on fire, but once he got in his groove, once he got in his rhythm, once he got in his bag, Willie Gibson, was Ohio State happy with CJ Stroud? I know the answer. Let that man cook. Let that man be who he was on every area of his football playing career, a winner. Davis Mills hadn't been that. Check the record. I'm not making it up. The numbers don't lie. He has not been that. Case Keenum has. He's got winning in his DNA. Go with them two. Get rid of Mills. Get Malik Cunningham. Put him on the practice squad and roll. That's all I'm trying to say. Let me take a break. Y'all got me all fired up today. First thing this morning, this afternoon. 12:14 and down in the H, and I'm already fired up. Let me take a break. I'll be right back after this. Winning Wednesday right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of them folk up there. Where my finger? BS3. I love the BS3 family. Love them.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central. What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens Podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
My name is JM&E, and I won $500 on the lunch break from the Keeping Up with the Joneses Bracket Challenge.
All right, we back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. And I tell you what, man, I love them people so much. They blessed me, allowed me to win a couple of BS3 awards. I'm glad to have them. We won for the most consistent podcast, for the best sports podcast, and for the best podcast of the year. Man, y'all did that. Thank you, Lunch Break crew. Thank you. Couldn't have done it without y'all. I appreciate it. Now, I'm finna tell. You know I'm finna tell. I told y'all, man, if you ever get snitched on, it was probably me. Because if I get caught, everybody caught. Come on out. We caught. Come on out, Kimberly Negrete. I see you hiding behind the car over there. We caught. Come on. What you doing? You supposed to be in somewhere. I'm telling. You know who I'm gonna tell too. Your buddy doing all them skits. I'm telling. I'm just gonna tell you, if you get told on, it was me. And I know they say snitches get stitches, but hey, I ain't got none yet. And I done told on a bunch of folks. I'm telling. I get caught. Donna, come on out. Donna, get out that trash can. Come here. They caught me and they caught us. Because I'm telling you now, don't come out of hide and find out what happened when I get down there. When I get down there to the popo, I'm giving your address. I'm giving your birthday. I'm giving your shoe size. I'm giving your dress size. I'm telling everything. I'm telling them stuff they don't even know you did. Yeah, man, in third grade. Hey, yeah. Let's see. Hold on. She said, "Tell please. I'm supposed to be in duty-free lunch, but I'm eating with." I'm telling. Let me call my dude. What's the number down there to my dude? I'm telling. I think I ain't when I am. That's how I go down. You better not have me on your squad, because if I get caught, we get caught. I'm telling them where your cousin live. I'm telling them where your boyfriend and your other boyfriend live. I'm telling them everything. They gonna know houses that you didn't even know you had. I'm telling. I swear. All right, let's keep going. Let's get back to this. So again, a number of surprising cuts, a number of surprising things that happened with the physically unable to perform list. Von Miller gonna be on that. So Buffalo, I don't know what they're gonna do for pass rush at the beginning of the year, because they special when Von Miller is out there. But without him for the first four, it's gonna be interesting. Some other guys gonna have to step up. I told y'all yesterday, I went off on somebody yesterday, and I wasn't wrong, and I didn't lie. Jim Irsay, trash. Now, he ain't as bad as that dude, Dan Snyder. He ain't as bad as him, but he trash. Not he is trash. He ain't even worth the IS. He trash. Oh, like, oh, yeah, we're going to give Jonathan Taylor until today to find a trade partner, and if he does, then we will gladly trade him away. Where's Jonathan Taylor at? Where JT at? Still in Indianapolis, still a member of the Colts, and they put him on the physically unable to perform list. So he, whether he wants to or not, will not play the first 4 games of the season. Man, let me tell you something. I don't like it. Well, who are you? Who are you to not like? I'm the dude that runs the show, and I'm allowed to state my feelings. I don't like it because the owners have too much control over players' careers, players' lives, too much control. Think about all the lives that Billy, Billie O'Brien, how many lives he's ruined. The dude whose name I will never say again, former head coach of the Houston Oilers, former head coach of the Tennessee Titans, former head coach of the Rams, former head coach, was he in the USFL? Former head coach and sucked in the USFL. The Michigan team sucked. Former assistant or advisor to Eddie George up at Tennessee State. I'll never say his name again. Think about how many lives that dude ruined with his control. Hey, Tavonda Brown, listen, I'm not really cutting up the way it looks like I'm cutting up. I'm really being good today. So please don't judge me. Okay. Hi. How's the family? You doing good? Good to see you, my friend. Did you see how she put the pastor AJ up there? This ain't the church, Savon. I'm cutting up today. Listen to me. Listen to me. You got dudes with too much control over other people's lives. And this man can't win for losing. Can't win for losing. Tavana laughing at me. You know I'm cut. Whenever I apologize as soon as you come on and you don't know what I did, that means I was cutting up before you came on to me, TB. That's what happened. Now, so this man is stuck on the physically unable to perform list with a nutbag as an owner. People should not be stuck in those situations. The Players Association needs to do something about that. They need to step up and fight harder for their players. I don't like the franchise tag. I don't like being able to play with people's lives like that. If that man don't want to be there and Ursi don't really want him either, let him go. Cut him. Cut him. Now, I can't speak for that man's money, but if it was me and I had guaranteed coins and it's either hang on to the money and stay there with that foolishness or go somewhere else, hey, listen, I'll negotiate that on the other end. You know, them car dealerships that say, if you upside down in your current vehicle, come to us, we'll get you out. What they do is they roll that other vehicle's price into the new vehicle you got. And I'm just telling you, I would do that on my next salary. Listen, I'm about $5 million short from my last gig. So hook me up with this one. And they can find a way to do it. They can back end it. They can front load it. They can signing bonus. It can happen if they really want to. Devonta said, go ahead, Pastor AJ. You are making the point simple and plain. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing, trying to make a point. Family is good? Good. My family is good, too. Appreciate you. Let me take a break, catch my breath. You know, been a little short-winded lately. All right, y'all. We'll talk to you right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and what Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to show that attainability. I want to show the accessibility of this kind of lifestyle.
From social media to having conversations with friends and family, you always have to put on face and say face.
What brings a smile to my face is the one person that totally believes in me, and that's my beautiful wife, Jody.
I just had to stop because I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. And it's like, I have to learn to love myself.
Changing the world one conversation at a time. This is Revelations.
with the Jonas Bracket Challenge.
All right, I'm telling you, it's right around the corner. Right around the corner. September 7th. September 7th is the day you got to have your first round of picks in for the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. It's a long name because I wanted it to be long, okay? I don't want no acronyms. I don't want nobody shortening it. It's the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge that we do every week because we want to. That's what we call it. So anyway, got to have them in by September the 7th. Got to have them in by September the 7th, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. You can text them to me, 832-403-5005, or you can email them, AJ at jonesmediaandent.com. AJ at jonesmediaandent.com. Okay? All right. It's time to get them. Hey, man, and listen. If I'm the Miami Dolphins, I'm picking up every quarterback that the New England Patriots cut. I'm picking up every one of them. I'm picking up Zappy. I'm picking up Cunningham, and they on my roster now. If I'm Miami, I'm not going to let New England play all in my face, trying to, maneuver the salary cap and the rosters and all that. I'm not going to let them play in my face. I'm picking up everybody that they cut loose and let them then go have to find somebody like Trevor Siemian, Colt McCoy, somebody like that. I don't know if I'm picking up Trace McSorley. I don't know if I'm picking up him. They can have him back. But Cunningham and Zappy, off the board. Don't play all in my face. Okay, Tavonda, if you want to compete in the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, where you can win $50 each week if you pick more right than everybody else, then all you got to do is make sure that I have your picks by September the 7th. I think that's the opening game. Let me go to my roster. Let me go to my game calendar because I get with this stuff early. Here we go. Yeah, September the 7th, Thursday night, the Lions and the Chiefs. Pick who you think's going to win that. Then for Sunday, Texans, Ravens, Browns, Bengals, all the games. Pick who you think's going to win. And then for the Monday night game, the Bills and the Jets, pick who's going to win that game and give me the exact final score for both teams. 24-14, 33-10, whatever you think the exact final score is going to be for both teams. That's for the tiebreaker. And text those names over to me by 5 p.m. on September the 7th. You can use my text number 832-403-5005, or you can email me, AJ at jonesmediaandent.com. And one of my interns, Destiny or Ebony, will text you back and say, got him. And when they say got him, you're in. No, you don't have to pay any registration fee. You don't have to pay anything. I want you to do it every week, but you don't have to do it every week. But here's why you should do it every week. One, you get a chance to win $50 each week. And then at the end of the season, if you're in the top six for the entire season, you'll get a chance to win $500 cash. And I mean it, man. It was exciting last year. Last year, we had 4 ladies and 2 men. Last year, we had Miss Pearl, who won it all. We had Erica with a K. We had Amber. We had Alexis. And then we had Al High and Emmanuel. And baby, Miss Pearl took all that money. She took all 500 of those dollars. So, hey, and by the way, just like we prayed for Miss Pearl and them when they got hit by the storm in Mississippi, be in prayer for the folks in Florida. My sister lives in Tampa. She got a lot of rain and what have you, but the folks north of there got hit real hard with the storm surge and everything from Idalia. Yeah. If my mom would be alive, let me see. My mom was a big sports fan and would be playing. Oh, wow. Let me tell you something now. Miss Pearl is a good 72, 73, 74, and she won it all. She won the whole thing. So listen, you might have to play in your mom's honor. Give it a try. Again, it won't hurt. So again, y'all, it starts this coming on September the 7th. God dog it, I gotta go. It's already my time. It's already my time. All right, got to give some love to the Astros. They won 2 in a row over Boston, beat them 6-2 last night. They're going for the sweep this afternoon at 3:10. The Astros, the Rangers, and the Mariners are all tied for the top spot in the AL West. Come on, Stros. Got to get it going. Got home runs from Alex Bregman and Yordan Alvarez. And then over in the National League, man, here come the Brewers. Here come the Brewers. But, man, I tell you who's looking good, and I think it's going to be on standing when it's all said and done. Not Atlanta, but the Dodgers. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I got to go. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you, and there is nothing you can do about it. Amen. Except tune in tomorrow for another Houston Round Ball Review takeover of the lunch break. Chris Gardner and the crew be back tomorrow. And then, Lord save the same, we'll see you on Freestyle Friday. So y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. BS3 and the Queen 3 and King podcast family, man, I love y'all so much. And I mean it sincerely, man. I mean it sincerely. Y'all are my family for real. And thank you. Thank you for what y'all did for me last night. If y'all haven't seen the show, go back and check it out. Go back and check out Queen 3 and King podcast from last night, and you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow with Chris Gardner, Houston Round Ball Review, and then Friday with me. I'll see y'all on Friday.
It's Sybil Wilkes with What You Need to Know. Today is Wednesday, August 30th, 2023. Number 1. Tennessee State Representative Justin Jones of Nashville went back to work Tuesday after being barred Monday by Republicans from participating on floor debate. The Republican majority claimed the black lawmaker spoke out of order twice, and under new rules, members can be silenced anywhere from a day to the rest of the year for not sticking to the bill being debated. The Monday vote to silence Representative Jones lit a fuse of fury, prompting Democratic representatives to walk out of the special session. Number 2. A recently conducted poll has highlighted a strong connection between public opinions and financial support for the presidential candidates. When asked to describe President Biden, the most common term was old. For former President Trump, the most common term was corrupt or dishonest. Trump's campaign reported a record-breaking $7.1 million raised following his recent booking at the Atlanta jail, while President Biden's campaign has faced challenges in attracting small-dollar contributors. Number 3. Seasonal allergies can cause sneezing, runny noses, itchy eyes, and coughs, but also can be connected to heart health. When seeking relief, people with allergies who are concerned about heart disease or high blood pressure must be especially careful when taking blood pressure raising over-the-counter decongestants. A 2016 study found the risk of having a heart attack was 5.5% higher on days with the highest pollen levels compared to days with the lowest levels. Number 4, journalist Samantha Lawson is on a mission to amplify the stories of unsolved murders of Black and brown women in Chicago, where over 50 cases remain unsolved. This is very similar to the hundreds of cases of unsolved LGBTQIA+ murders in which many of those killed are women of color, indicating an intersection of racism, transphobia, and sexism that contributes to the danger trans people face. Samantha Lawson will be joining us tonight live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central on It's Sybil to discuss the information she has gathered from her investigation. Number 5. Nalia Clark has been missing from New York, since August 20th. The 15-year-old girl was last seen approximately 2:30 in the afternoon in the 400 block of 1st Avenue of East 28th Street, wearing a black crop top, dark denim blue jean shorts, a multicolored scarf, and sunglasses. Her hair is styled in long box braids, and she suffers from mental health challenges. Anyone with information about Nalia's disappearance, please go to the Black and Missing Foundation website. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Show gratitude to the universe by being kind to strangers. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with Stephen Hill, comedian Myra J., activist Quinn Townsend Riley, and journalist Samantha Lawson as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, the American Heart Association and Black Health Matters. Barbara Scotia College at HBCU in Concord, North Carolina needs our help. The What You Need to Know news team is asking our supporters, alumni, and friends of Barbara Scotia to help meet their immediate and pressing needs by donating to help Barbara Scotia rise. Please join thousands of donors from around the world who are stepping up to save one of the nation's oldest HBCUs. And visit, if you will, SybylWilkes.com for more information. And check out a celebration of Black filmmakers rooted in the HBCU culture. That's November 10th through the 12th at Howard University's Blackburn Center. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
My name is JM&E, and I want $500 on the lunch for the Keeping Up with the Joneses Bracket Challenge.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.